Hi, and welcome. In this video, I will introduce you to what variables are, and how to classify them. We will cover the definition of a variable, distinguish between qualitative and quantitative variables, how to classify a qualitative variable into nominal, or ordinal level, how to classify a quantitative variable into interval, or ratio level, and whether the variable is on discrete, or continuous scale. We will also learn how to identify a dichotomous variable. A variable is the characteristic of an object we seek to find out by measuring, counting, inquiring, observing, or computing. The object can be an eye, a person, virus, handphone, etc. The characteristic can take on different values based on chance, or probability. For example, age is one characteristic of people. We can inquire or verify the age of a person using NRIC or passport. It is likely that age can take on any value between 1 and 80. But 139 is not likely. 39 is more likely than 139. Weight of a person can be measured. 69.1 kg is okay. Similarly, height can be measured. 138 cm is common, but it is not a reasonable height for someone weighing 69.1 kg. BMI is derived from weight and height, and is 36.3. It is not very common to find someone with such high BMI. We can usually tell the gender of a person by the look. There may be a 50-50 chance of the object being a male or female. But this may not be true in an engineering course, where there are more males than females. Number of children has to be inquired. 2 is a more likely value than 4, or 5. The scoring for look may be subjective. It can range from unbearable to outright gorgeous. Can you think of more characteristics of people? More examples: observe the eye color. Black, hazel, blue. Observe or inquire the natural hair color before dyeing. Black, blonde. Measure the blood pressure. 120 by 80 mm mercury. Do blood typing. O, A, B. Measure the cholesterol level. 160 mg per deciliter. Inquire whether the person smokes. Yes or no. Inquire the number of siblings he or she has. 0, 1, 2. Inquire or verify the educational level. Diploma, degree, master. Inquire or verify the monthly income. $2,500 per month. Inquire about his or her religion. Free thinker. Any variable can be broadly classified as a qualitative or quantitative variable. Qualitative variables are also called categorical variables. These are usually text, but can also be number. However, we cannot, or is meaningless to perform arithmetic on them. For examples, we cannot sum religion, and it is meaningless to find average telephone number. Quantitative variables are numbers, and we perform arithmetic on them. For example, we find the highest and lowest temperature, the mean age, and total weight. A qualitative variable can be further classified into nominal, or ordinal level, while a quantitative variable can be further classified into interval, or ratio level. Any variable can be classified under these 4 levels of measurement. A nominal variable is simply a label. We can only count the number of objects having the different labels, and nothing more. For example, we can count how many people are of blood type A, or B. But we cannot say people with blood type A are superior to people with blood type B. Other examples of nominal variables are race, religion, gender, color, and brand. An ordinal variable allows you to count and rank the object. For example, a person with a diploma has a higher qualification than a person with O-level certificate. However, the differences between these intervals are of unequal magnitudes. For example, a person with stage 1 cancer is less serious than a person with stage 2 cancer. But the degree of seriousness between stage 1 and stage 2 cancer may not be the same as that between a stage 2 and stage 3 cancer. An interval variable allows you to count, rank, compute, and compare differences between objects. This can be done because, unlike ordinal variable, the intervals are of equal magnitude. For example, temperature in Celsius is an interval variable. The difference between 100 degrees and 90 degrees Celsius is 10 degrees Celsius. This difference of 10 degrees Celsius is of the same magnitude as the difference between 30 degrees and 20 degrees Celsius. However, for interval variable, it is not meaningful to take ratio. For example, the temperature in the engine room is 30 degrees Celsius, and the temperature outside is 2 degrees Celsius. It is meaningful to say that there is a difference in temperature of 28 degrees Celsius. But it is not meaningful to say that the temperature in the engine room is 15 times hotter than outside. Interval variables do not have absolute or true zero point. For example, 0 degrees Celsius does not mean there is no heat, or temperature. It is just a reference point. It is the temperature at which water freezes, and is equivalent to 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Most quantitative variables are ratio level. A ratio variable allows you to count, rank, take difference, as well as take ratio. For example, age is a ratio variable. The age of the father is 40 years old, while the son is only 10 years old. There is a difference of 30 years between them. And the father is 4 times older than the son. Quantitative variable can also be classified as discrete, or continuous. A discrete variable can take on finite number of different values, with gaps between values. Values for these variables are usually obtained by counting. For example, the number of students in a class is a discrete variable. You count the number of students in a class. The values can be 19, 20, 21, or 40. But it cannot be 19.8, or 36.7. There is no value between 19 and 20. Another example of discrete variable is price. Any variable that involves money is discrete. Values of continuous variables are usually obtained by measurement. A continuous variable can take on infinite number of different values, depending on the precision of the measuring instrument. And there is no gap between values. For example, the weight of an adult is a continuous variable. Although the weight of an adult is usually recorded to one decimal place, such as 65.1 kilograms, or 65.2 kilograms, it is actually continuous in nature. The true weight can be anywhere between 65.1 and 65.2 kilograms, such as 65.13333 kilogram. The limitation is really due to the precision of the weighing scale. Another example of a continuous variable is height. Any variable that involves length, weight, and time, is a continuous. We now go on to classify the characteristics of people we have listed earlier into the 4 levels of measurement. Any variable that has only 2 possible values is called a dichotomous variable. Gender, which can take on the value male or female, is an example of a dichotomous variable. Another example of a dichotomous variable is allergy to drug. It can take on the value yes or no. Here are more examples on the characteristics of people and their levels of measurement. Thank you for watching this video.